And this is the first dog we're going to show you today. You're looking at Bosco. Bosco is a 4.5-year-old neutered male beagle type. He was rescued from a shelter that was closed down, and there were a lot of dogs that just didn't have any place to go. He loves other dogs. He loves to play. He's very outgoing and active and friendly. He's not even afraid of the camera. That tail wags and wags and wags. So this is a very sweet, very loving boy. If you like beagles, and beagles have their own personalities, you know that they're loving and they like to run a lot. They love a lot of exercise. They'll jog with you, but they'll also be couch potatoes, give it half a chance. Bosco's no different. He just loves everybody. We've seen nothing but sweetness out of him. And if you're looking for an absolutely beautiful beagle boy, Bosco is your beagle boy, and that was not easy to say. Come take a look at this sweet fellow who's just curious about everything and wants to get into a forever home. The dog you're looking at now is CeCe. CeCe is a female lab mix, adopted and returned, and you can see she's kind of hopping on one foot. She has arthritis, and she's stiff in the morning, so she's being very stiff. But she's very sweet and very loving and very friendly. She'd be great around kids. She'd be great around anyone. This is not a dog that's going to go out and romp and play. This is a dog that's going to lay around and just wait for somebody to plop down next to her and hug her and love her, because that's all she wants. And again, she's a dog that people tend to pass up because she limps and because she's old. But we're all getting there. What she is a big-hearted, kind, gentle, loving dog that probably could use some meds for arthritis and definitely needs a diet. But the thing that she needs more than anything else is just somebody to love. She is so full of love, she's bursting with it. And while she loves everybody on the staff, she wants a special person of her very own to love. You're looking at CeCe. And this is Panda. Panda is a spayed female. She is a lab pharaoh hound mix, to the best of our knowledge. She's about 10 years old. Panda is a kids care dog. Save a Pet has a program where kids come out in the summer, and it's kind of like a summer camp thing, except instead of swimming and playing, they take care of the dogs and they love the dogs. And this one is totally trustworthy around absolutely everybody, and totally, totally dear and sweet. Now, she's found a very interesting smell there, and you kind of don't want to jerk at her. So she's exploring a little bit. It's exciting to be out of the cages and out in this beautiful sunshine. But she has a very dear face. You look into those eyes and you know how sweet this dog really is. She is a sweet, wonderful, loving, older girl. And all she wants to do is come over and say hi and get her head petted. And all she wants is to get out of a cage. Now, we're showing you older dogs today for a couple of reasons. One is that there are a bunch of them right now in the shelter, and people tend to pass them by. And the other is that these older dogs are just wonderful with everyone. They're not wild, they're not hyper, they don't bounce around. They're full of love. They've generally been raised with love, so they know what it's like to be in a family, and they know what it's like to be in a cage. And our heart goes out to them. So today is a day for older dogs. Today is a day for dogs that just sit in the cage day after day, watching people pass them by because of the years that they've passed. But they're sweet and they're wonderful and they're loving, and they deserve a chance to live in a home. Panda doesn't act like she's 10. She loves to play. She walks beautifully, but she mostly loves to cuddle and be petted and be loved. She is a beautiful soul in a beautiful body. Her name is Panda, and she's looking for a forever home. You're looking at Hans and Fuller. Hans and Fuller are terrier mixes. They're both males. One is 7.5, one is 8.5. Again, these dogs were rescued from a place that was not good for them to be. They are also kids care dogs. They're outgoing, they're happy, they're friendly, they're loving. For guys, these little, I know they're 7.5 and 8.5, but the smaller the dog, the longer the life expectancies. These guys have lots and lots of good years ahead of them, and they are happy, and their curly little tails never stop wagging. and they never stop smiling, and they look like brothers, although they're different ages. Just sweet, loving, friendly, outgoing little guys that need to go home together because they simply love each other. And just think, you could go home with a matched set of dog. You could have two very small, very sweet, very loving, very adorable guys who want nothing more than to please you and to love you and to be part of your life. You're looking at Hans and Fuller. You're looking at Petey. Petey is a neutered male Amstaff. He is 11 years old, though I would swear that he was a puppy by his behavior. He thinks he's just a baby. He is strong. He does pull on the leash. He's got no leash manners whatsoever. He's curious. He's into everything. He is a kid's care dog. This is a dog that they trust with the small children who come out and walk them and play with them, which tells you a lot about his personality. He's got an absolutely adorable face and beautiful markings. He is strong. He is very, very playful. He is every inch a terrier. People tend to forget that Amstaffs are terriers, and as terriers, they tend to be high energy, very playful, very loving guys. He's happy. I mean, you can do anything you want. Pull him, drag him, sit him in your lap. All he wants is that kind hand to pet him. All he wants is somebody to love him. And the final thing that he needs is every one of these older dogs who are forgotten elderly, are neglected elderly, are abandoned elderly, those dogs that everybody walks by and nobody looks at because of their age. If you would look in their eyes and see the longing in their eyes, you would know exactly what was going on inside. These dogs only want to be somebody's special love, and Petey is no exception. Great with kids, great with everybody. Just a wonderful, sweet, loving dog who's looking for a forever home and a chance to get out of this place. This is the last dog we're going to show you today, and this is our special needs dog. His name is Will. Will is a 4-year-old neutered male Great Pyrenees mix. Big, sweet, loving boy, adopted from the shelter, brought back because he had an epileptic seizure. So we're saying that Will is epileptic. Epilepsy can be treated. I lived for 14 years with an epileptic dog, and we had the seizures under control, and she was fine. But it takes a little work, and it takes some meds, and it takes some time. And it takes a little money to get the epilepsy under control, but once it is, you're generally fine. But he is absolutely gorgeous. He's absolutely huge. He's milk white. He's a cuddler. He's a big, giant, white lap dog with a physical disability which can be probably, and not 100%, but generally can be controlled with medication. And a big part of it is that it can be controlled with lots and lots of love. He needs care, he needs treatment, he needs a lot of things, but more than anything else, he needs someone who will adopt him and commit to him along with his faults and get him treated and get him medicated and just love him. His name is Will, and he's as sweet a dog as you'd ever want to be around. Save a Pet has wonderful, loving dogs, cats, kittens, and puppies. Every one of them waiting for a home, every one of them depending on someone like you to provide that love and that home. All About Animals would like to thank Cairo Animal Hospital in Highland Park for sponsoring our show, for helping us find the loving homes that we do for the loving animals that we show.